What?
Are you ready?
What?
No! I said, are you ready?
And leading this group of misfits is JP, the Melting Pot.
AKA 6-month champ, baby.
If I can be serious for a minute, without being interrupted.
And the savior of wrestling and the original people, the Summit. You know, it was so nice it had to come twice.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
The WWE had Gilbert. Wrestling with Attitude has Lil Steven. Finally.
Who in the blue hell are you?
And the show off of Wrestling with Attitude, Mike.
My time to shine.
You can't see me, my time is now.
Welcome to Wrestling with Attitude. Woo! Joining me today is the one and only, not you, Melting Pot.
Yeah.
Wow, making his return back-to-back weeks.
It's going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah.
This week's going to be a good one.
Really? I don't know. I think this is the worst week we ever had.
Oh, no. He's
really
winking.
I think this is the worst week we will ever have because to my left is this really hurts me even saying this again. Little Steven, back-to-back champ of picks. Yeah, that was your phone call. Please stop.
No.
Well, I'm glad you're wearing that belt proudly.
Oh, yeah. Bought this for $20. Never looked back.
You know what? You know what's funny?
Good job, Ziz.
Yeah. It's like the same title that Sandow has.
Yeah, I know.
Almost,
No, but he has the tag team.
Yeah.
I was thinking about getting those.
You should have. You walk in with both
It'd be
belts,
more
like,
recent if he recent now.
It would been fun. It's better than watching. Just you with any belt is disturbing.
Well, it's just like you with any belt.
Unless it's a food eating competition, that's the only thing you should have.
Whoa. Going hard blows over here.
Oh, don't
sir.
worry. I'll eat the chicken wings. I'm good at chicken wings. Or pizza or hot dogs.
Did you just take a stab at yourself?
Yes, I did. That stinger.
Oh,
if you will.
Oh.
A stinger.
A little bit recent in the times. Oh.
Yeah. So it's going to be an interesting show today.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. In case you didn't know, we had WWE Survivor Series this past weekend.
In case you didn't know.
Yeah. You can watch it on WWE Network for free.
New
for
subscribers?
At least, no, hold on. For about 5 more days probably, then they'll hike it back up.
Wonder if you could watch everything on the network in 5 days. If you just watched it nonstop. No sleep.
I could. I'll be divorced. And I think I've watched about everything within. I've seen. I haven't seen. I'm getting caught up in WWE stuff now.
Yeah, I'm actually going the opposite now. I'm starting to watch the other WCW stuff. So I'm starting to watch the Nitros and all that because I've watched all the pay-per-views. Watching everything else now. What about you, JP? You catching up on the network and anything?
Here and there.
Here and there. Here and there.
It's, I mean, you know what? The network's not a bad thing, but I just don't know how long they're going to keep people glued to it. I really don't.
I mean,
listen, let me tell you why. Of all the people to get a special on the network, we're going to pick the Usos.
Oh, no.
That's your boys.
Oh, no.
That's your boys.
No. Until they lost. Yeah, I'll go ahead and admit I was a bandwagon fan only when it came to them. But again, here's my thing. If I'm going to do a special about anything, anybody that's in the company right now, I pick the Usos. Seriously.
Who else you want to pick?
Seth Rollins.
Oh, where's the Ziggler one?
Dean Ambrose.
Too early.
Dolph
They've already
Ziggler.
done.
They've already done
one.
Dolph Ziggler.
No, they did one on the Shield, not the individual.
Yeah, but
Different. Trust me.
But there's
different.
not enough to do one on them yet.
Okay, there's enough to do on the Usos.
the Usos have been there for a long time. They've been there for more than 5 years, and they have enough footage for
Do you
them.
want to know where like 4.5 years of that was? Probably NXT. I don't care about that.
I know.
That's garbage.
But that's
listen. You only pick them for one reason, and it's a garbage reason. It's because of who The Rock is and who Rikishi was. It's the only reason. Has nothing to do with them. They've won the titles one time.
Well, no, I have to say the other reason is because their cousin is getting ready to come back too, and probably get a push. I'm talking about Roman Reigns.
But guess what? His story to me.
I'm just saying.
But again, when I look at the people in the company, I would rather see a special on Triple H and Stephanie running day-to-day operations and him transitioning from a wrestler because there's more backstory. That's my problem. The Usos, they really haven't done anything to do a special. And I feel like they're pulling at straws with this network sometimes just to put content out there, and that's not what we want.
Where's the rest of the 100 hours or the rest of Nitros? But that's
my point. Those are taped. They should be an easy upload, but instead we're going to produce something about the Uso brothers.
Well, I wouldn't have done it as a special after Raw. I mean, it would have been fine some other time, but after Raw,
why not wait? Because they're going to get a DVD a couple of years down the road. That's my point. It's too early to do a special. Tell their story later when there's more to it.
Well, like for example, I watched the Batista one that they did back in 2007, and then they did another one in 2010. It's like 3 or 4 years after down the road, and this was when he was going making movies and come back.
Oh no, it was 13 or 14. It's actually recent.
The new one is
the new one.
I'm talking about. He was gone and come back. It's right before he came back to WrestleMania.
And that's my point.
Or Rumble.
You're going to do a DVD on these guys later on when they've done more stuff. That's why I don't understand the special of telling their backstory now, because now if you ever do one in the future, I don't need to watch it. Because now I already know their story. I already know how they got into it. You got into it because of your family. I get that now. That's already out of the water. That's why I'm saying I almost feel like sometimes there's no planning for what they're doing. They go, oh, who can we do this? So, well, let's just go ahead and draw names out of a hat, Johnny A style. We'll do it on the Uso, brother.
Man.
And it kills me because, again, I just don't know what they're doing with the network. I don't even have all the Nitro episodes up, and those are all taped. I don't understand why they're not up unless you're going to go, oh, if you sign up now, we'll release 100 more hours of Nitro.
That's what they're doing. They're waiting for another promo. Because think about it. Once you let the Nitros out there, once you put everything out there, what are you going to do? You're going. True. That's the reason that I don't think they should do like the USO packages. You should save all stuff you can promote for your new wrestlers for a later time, because at some point you're going to have new stuff that has never been seen before.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to create brand new stuff, because if not, I mean, you'll run out. What else you going to release? You going to buy TNA and put them on there? No. They just signed content. I mean, who you going to go get Ring of Honor stuff?
I know who
we're
going to put on there.
Who?
The guy that sets up the ring. Because Ultimate Warrior wanted it.
This is the story of Jim. Jim
look how
sets
Jim
up the ring.
Look how Jim picks up a wrench. Jim puts the wrench on the bolt, and then Jim proceeds to move the wrench, which turns the bolt with the nut and the lock that is on the bolt.
You guys are excited for that. I'm excited to see the Howard Finkel story.
That's coming soon.
I can't wait for that one.
That's coming
or
soon.
the Lillian Garcia has-been story.
Oh.
Yeah, or the...
too soon.
What about Josh Matthews' DVD?
Hey, man, that DVD...
Come on,
I helped make that DVD. Don't you dare, sir. No, but the one thing I know that you weren't happy about was the ECW Exposed, and it wasn't. It had nothing to do with ECW. You just said there was nothing new, right?
All they did was we just want the two of you to stand here and talk to each other. That's all they did.
No,
it was
right.
the biggest waste of my time. One of the biggest wastes of my time that I've ever had.
The problem I had with the ECW Exposed thing is where they did it was in the little. It looked like the little faculty janitor's closet.
But that's
I'm just saying,
we did our show out of somebody's basement.
Right, they did this ECW Exposed the same
By the
place
way,
the Edge and Christian did theirs.
By the way,
for the 15 years.
And
all of
everything
you
else.
people out there, and you know who I'm talking to when I say you people, if you got an issue with how I talk about WCW, that's cool.
You mean ECW?
Or ECW, whoever they are. I'm glad you got an issue with it, because when your product is garbage, we're going to talk about you like you're garbage. So just understand you were what you were. I mean, it's pretty bad when the guy who ran the company does a host special and says nothing about the company.
Yeah.
He talked about Brock Lesnar half the time he was talking about ECW.
He did.
That is what Paul Heyman now thinks about ECW.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about with this network. I don't understand these specials. I don't understand what they're doing with them, because the past 2 or 3 news specials that I've watched haven't been that good.
Now, I will tell you, the rivalry ones are good. Like the Dusty
I haven't
Road,
watched the first one
the
yet.
Dusty Road. Well, I mean, you got Austin.
I haven't watched those yet.
But Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair was very good. Those are good. Those are things we can keep doing. But once you release all the old stuff, it's out there. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, you already got you got World Championship Wrestling already on there. You got, I think you got all the,
WCCW.
That's what I mean.
Oh.
WCCW. You got almost all. You got half of Nitro up.
You got NWA up.
NWA, yeah. No, you could add. A couple of things you could add. You could go back and add the Saturday wrestling thing. The one they used to have for
WCW?
wrestling superstars.
That one, yeah.
During the day.
That would be cool,
For
actually.
WWE. You got Saturday.
I remember that one.
I know you don't, because you won't let me finish, Mr. Interruption over here. On Sunday afternoon at 12 o'clock, they used to do Wrestling Superstars. You can release all of that. And I know they got that because it's WWE stuff. You got all of, I'm thinking, Thunder. You got all of Thunder you could put up. Not saying it was all great, but you could put it up there.
Yeah.
You still got a lot you can do, but.
They got all the Raws to put up there still.
Yeah. Instead, you got all the Raws. Yeah. Instead, we're making Usos DVD. Okay, that's great. Well, now we got your interest in ECW. Let's talk about ECW a little bit, because I know JP can't wait for this one, because it is ECW. We're getting ready to go to TLC. This week's poll on our website and our Twitter question is, what is your top 5 ECW superstars of all time? And when I mean that, I don't mean the WWE reboot of ECW, where it's the Big Show and CM Punk.
You just killed my top 5.
I know. I just crushed it.
You want to hear who my top 5 was?
I'll listen to it anyway. I'm going to crush it. But
No, I'll tell you right now, since I can't use those guys, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what I was going to say.
Well, you can
Actually,
go ahead.
I'll wait, so go ahead and finish your thought.
But anyway, JP's got a list of guys in WWE that were, to me, these guys were WWE, not ECW guys. And it's fine, because I like the WWE guys better anyway. But that was our poll question of the week. Go ahead, JP. You want to go ahead and get your top 5 out of the way?
Yeah, let me give you my first top 5.
My first top 5.
Since I can't really use it, I've got my backup. But see,
Is that your honorable mention?
No. Here was going to be my top 5: CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk. 5-time CM Punk ECW superstar.
I knew it. I knew it was coming.
I mean, honestly, you know what? Let me give you my real list. Anybody who's ever listened to this show, which is probably why we get some of the flack we do with the ECW stuff, I understand what ECW was. Notice I said was.
Yep.
Because it's no longer there. There is no ECW. ECW was. It was a niche market in Philadelphia. It was a niche market to wrestling fans. To me, the appeal to ECW,